What a race that was. The San Marino Grand Prix has just finished, and it's Pecco Bagnaia who wins again in MotoGP. 2 wins in a row, and like I said in the preview, he should have won here last year, but he delivers this year. And a great ride for Fabio Quartararo in second place. But rider of the day, Enea Bastianini on a 2019 Ducati went from P12 to P3 at his home race, and it's just a fantastic story. So where to start with that race? It was quite like last year. Pecco made a fantastic start and he pulled a gap at the front, and I initially thought it was going to be one of those races where it was a battle for third, because Pecco went 3 seconds up the road. Jack Miller was second for a good while in that race, but then there was, Quartararo pressed on. He had the medium rear, and it was a grandstand finish really at the end. Quartararo gave it his all. He was so much faster in the first sector and the last sector, but Pecco just held it together in sectors 2 and 3. But what we have really learned is that Enea Bastianini, if he can qualify better, he is going to be a superstar MotoGP. He picked his way through and got into the battle with Marc Marquez and that group, and he just saved through them. It's like his tire life was so much better than the rest. But then you also had, looking at the pace when you've seen it on paper, would Bastianini catch Jack Miller? He caught him and just flew past him. And at one point, I thought, okay, maybe Bastianini's going to win this because his tire life wasn't dropping off as much. But then I think with experience, it dawned on him that, oh my god, I'm on the MotoGP podium here. Let's make sure we get this and just consolidate it, which was good. And when you really look at the rest of the pack, it was quite spread out, that race. It was probably the most spread out MotoGP race we've had in a long time in terms of positions across, the whole grid. Marc Marquez was in fourth, and I think that's probably, I know although he won in Sachsenring and he was second last week, but when you look at Marquez, he struggles at a lot of tracks, and a P4 here is arguably one of the best results he's had, and I think that he'll take that going into the 2-day test that they have here, and Honda will be pleased with that. Joan Mir, who actually dropped a place on the last lap, so he ended up in 6th. Him and Jack Miller had a battle at the end. Pretty much that's Mir's title chances over. And yeah, I think that it's just disappointing for Suzuki. They don't have the bike to compete really. It seems that, they get into good positions and then things happen. As you can see, put a picture up on screen. Alex Rins crashed today when he was in 5th place, and he had great pace, so a real shame for him as well. But today is all about Enea Bastianini, Pecco Bagnaia and Fabio Quartararo consolidating that championship lead. He can't win it in Texas, but he's got close to it. But Pecco Bagnaia isn't giving up on this one. So yeah, for all the reaction, head to Crash MotoGP on our website, and head over to our Twitter and our Facebook accounts for more reaction. The MotoGP podcast will be up tomorrow, so there'll be more in-depth review of each rider and how they performed in the race. But yeah, what a race that was. Make sure to subscribe to Crash MotoGP for more content.